The following episode may contain sensitive content. Listener discretion is advised. I think I'm about 4 seconds ahead of you.
That's fine.
Siri!
Siri was like, hey, what's up?
I didn't ask for you. She always is there when you don't want her. And then when you ask for her, silence.
In the middle of my classes. At Iguanas.
Really?
Yeah, how can I help you? Because either she hears it on my Apple Watch, or I have the phone like in front of the stepper that we use for class.
Oh no.
And I'm like, sorry guys. Sorry. She's acting up
You're like,
today.
actually, you can help me from not dying through this class.
Oh my God, lady, calm down. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to The Show Must Go On. I am Nikki.
I'm Tracey. Thanks for joining us today, as always, so we can do our favorite thing and judge.
We love the judging zone. Is our favorite. How are you, friend?
Into the
Judging zone.
That's our new theme song.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Yes.
Kenny Loggins, we're gonna take the rights. Hope that's okay.
But don't
Please
sue
don't
us.
Sue us.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I love you.
I know. Oh God. Now every time I think of these songs, I think of Paradise. Because they played so many like 80s rock in that TV series that wow.
Yeah.
How's it going, friend? How's your weekend?
It was good. How was yours?
It was good. Yeah. Let's see. Did I do something interesting? No, I didn't. I can't recall.
That's okay.
I feel like
You're just-
I like once again house chores, the sheets, the towels, and thank God the washer and dryer are inside.
Oh,
My
love that.
God, such a difference. Yeah. It's a different world,
Yeah, when you don't have to lug your laundry.
As former New Yorkers, and if you're in New York,
God.
we are so sorry for you. We know what it is to walk a few blocks just to get your shit washed.
Out of the building, through the snow, through the rain, through the heat.
Yep. Oh, man. It got to the point at the end that I was, like, paying people, like, at the laundromat. I was just fucking wash it. I'm sorry. Just do it.
I get it.
Yeah.
If I didn't feel weird about someone touching my intimates, then I would have let them too. But there's just something about someone touching my underwear.
I did not give a fuck. I was
I
these are Dominican ladies. I'm like, just wash my shit. I actually trust them a lot. Washington Heights represent peeps. But I wanted to talk to you about the fact that we did not discuss that Severance finale last week.
I got too excited about the pit.
Oh God, that's tomorrow, new episode.
It's so good,
it's
though.
So good.
It's such
so
a good show.
But
yeah, Severance.
Yes, what did you think about that final episode?
I don't know. I'm like more confused than ever.
Really?
I'm so glad we're getting a third season. Yeah. I'm still like, I don't understand what Lumen does and what their whole thing is and with the goats. And like, we got some answers with like what Mark and his crew have been doing with those files and with Gemma. Like, there's a little bit there. But as far as, like, the overall everything else with Lumen, I have no idea.
I just feel like that ending, I love that I wasn't expecting it. I love that I wasn't expecting for him to change his mind last minute after everything. I thought he was going to go out and be like, okay, the next season is going to be about them taking down this fucking company. Which, by the way, I think that company owns that whole city. You know, I think it's like that big of a cult.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, they had the housing.
I think it's not just that. It's way, we don't know half of it. I think it's like the government is involved. You know. So I thought that's where it was gonna go. But seeing him change his mind and me screaming like, no, and then I was like, no, go back to your wife. And
I know.
Also, just knowing, I don't know if you had this feeling, but that was not Helly. That was Helena.
That's what a lot of people were saying. But I think it was Helly R.
Okay. I thought the moment she stood there, I was like, that's not Helly. The moment she stood there in the hallway, like purposely, because I feel like Helly was the one pushing him to go out, like, help us, just do this. This is basically our only way out. You know? And then her standing there, knowing that she had that power to change his mind, I was like, because she wasn't selfish. Even when she loved him, and, you know, I don't know. I have a feeling that it wasn't her, but who knows with this show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I had a feeling with Mark because in the beginning when he's like,
what a fucking pal.
The innie outie talking on the camcorder, and you could just tell that he's like, I am going to do everything that I want to do for the innie for myself on the inside. Like
but it's also like you wouldn't exist without your outie. You know, it's like that thing in the substance. You're one person.
Right.
You're not two different people. You're the one person. And at the end of the day, it's one brain. It doesn't mean you're going to get destroyed. It's just going to blend in completely.
Right. And I think it's hard because they can't remember each other's like lives, so it does feel so separate. I don't
it's
know.
hard
because that reintegration needs to happen. But I mean, he's gonna get caught. See, I don't know. But I'm glad there's a third season. Hopefully get more answers. I don't think Irv is gone. I think he's coming back.
Oh, 100% he's coming back. 100%.
Yeah. Like, he's not just getting on that train and leaving.
Also, what was this guy's job? Bert. I'm like, were you sending people away? Were you killing them?
A fixer. That's what I was thinking. Because he was talking about, like, how on the outside, like, he wasn't such a good person. And he got severed because on the inside, he could feel like a nice human being. Yeah. So, it's such a good show.
I just want to talk about the fact that they announced that day it got renewed for season 3, and I'm like, this today, like today you renewed it, not the first episode of season 2 today. I'm like, this show needs to continue, and we waited 3 years for season 2. I'm like, I expected them to announce it episode 1 of season 2, and on the last episode they said we're in production. That's what I wanted. I feel like we need to do a rule here.
Okay, what's the rule? Tell us.
If you are an actor, as a successful actor, I'm telling you this.
Yes.
You need to free up that calendar for these TV shows. Because I'm sorry, they are so good, and they are getting your career even better. You know, these TV shows is where it's at right now. I'm sorry, drama series have never been this fucking good. I feel like that the standard is really, really high. So I get you got your little movies and films, blah blah blah, but I need you to get
TV.
back to your regular schedule, because I cannot wait 3 years to see your project. No.
Right. Well, hopefully it won't take that long.
They said it wouldn't, but who fucking knows? 3 years, Tracy?
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, there wasn't a dragon flying there. I will only accept that from Game of Thrones. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the writers, I don't know, maybe get high a little bit. Don't do drugs, kids. But, you know, so you can write. Because I know it's probably the creativity part that is taking the longest. That shit is hard. So get that little Molly.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. Speaking of, I saw that Jordan Peele is coming out with another movie. So I'm so excited. Because he's done Us. He did Nope. Get Out. Like, I think he is such a genius in the horror genre. Like, I love his movies. Yeah. They're so good. And he's admitted, like, he's high all the time.
There you go.
When he writes.
Fucking creativity.
So, I'm very excited. Hopefully,
I want to say that there's a production company, A24, that is releasing so many good stuff. They're independent. They're like 3 young kids, basically. And young kids, by that I mean like they're probably in their 30s. And they're releasing, I know, we are kids. And they're releasing like so many good things back to back. And a lot of that, I just saw one that is going to be on Apple TV, and it's John Krasinski and oh my god.
And God isn't it?
No. Oscar winning actress, she's from Israel. Oh my god. Hello. What's her name? I am
from Israel?
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm sure the listeners are screaming now. Yes.
I know, I feel stupid.
You know who she is. You definitely know who she is.
I'm sure. What else has she been in?
She's been on everything. Black Swan, you know? That's like, people know her the most from.
Natalie Portman?
Natalie Portman. Oh my god.
Oh. I didn't know she was from
Israel. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Damn, that was so hard. I just became my mom.
Natalie Portman.
In 2 seconds. What's her name? What's her name? I know her from something.
Yeah, I know. And I do think, what are they in? What are they in? But hey, we got there.
Hey,
we figured
it
out.
We did
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman and John Krasinski. It's going to be, it's a film. It's action, and she's playing John Krasinski's sister, and it's going to be on Apple TV, and it's from A24. But I wanted to tell you that I just started watching The Studio on Apple TV.
Is it good?
It's very good. I just want to say it gave me anxiety because it's fast. Yeah. It's like The Bear. Like, you can't miss a beat because it's quick. They're not stopping for anybody. You know, it's so funny, though. It is. It's a great cast. Mm-hmm. Everyone there is excellent. And those first 2 episodes that they released, chef's kiss. Very, very good.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Recommend.
Definitely gonna watch it. I just want a few more episodes to drop.
Okay.
Because I'm caught up now on The White Lotus.
Ooh, final episode this Sunday. What do you think?
I thought it was gonna be done.
How are you feeling?
It's great.
Did you gasp?
All the gasping.
Oh
yeah,
my
I just
God.
felt so icky.
Yes.
I just don't know who.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to happen. Because, like, they always do the thing in the beginning of whatever. And then they go, okay, let's go in the back and then lead up to it. So, I have no idea. I'm not going to try to guess because I'm probably going to be wrong.
Yeah.
It's always just, like, crazy shit happening. But
it's such
a good show.
The writing of this show is just so fucking good. And I just can't believe it's only 8 episodes or like 9, whatever. I don't know how many. But and they all lived in Thailand for 7 months for this.
Oh, really?
7 months in Thailand. Hey, I won't complain.
That's nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm speechless at that all that work and for that amount of episodes. It's the writing is just so good. The lines and that whole interaction of the 3 girlfriends when she's like, "Did you vote for Trump?"
Yeah.
And her face of like, "I'm not gonna tell you if I did or not."
Right, but it like obviously
exactly. And she's like, "We're not gonna talk about that." It's so well delivered. So well delivered.
Their whole dynamic too.
It's so raw and like that's usually how it goes when it's like 3 girlfriends, And then the whole thing with Chelsea and Chloe and the brothers. Oh my god.
Sick. That's what made me feel icky.
I mean, hello.
Yeah, I know.
So incestuous. It's giving Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, here we go again. Cersei and Jaime. Never forget.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's their faces when they both realize on their own what the fuck happened. It's just the stories are drugs, so good, kids. And how everything and like Parker Posey.
I love her.
She's just...
Are they decent people?
Oh my god, you do the accent so well.
That's her thing. She's always worried if they're decent people.
Yes.
Are they decent people?
How do you do that? That's so good. When she says Piper.
South Carolina is very close to North Carolina.
That is true. And I'm like, how does she transform those vowels? So good,
I love her. And Jason Isaacs. Love him.
Everyone is just...
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
Every season, like, everyone's such good acting, like...
And they get in the characters. Like, I'm excited to see the nominations because I know she's gonna get nominated. I think her name is Carly, one of the girlfriends, the one that jumps out the window this past episode.
Oh my God, Carrie Coon?
Carrie Coon. I think she's definitely gonna get nominated. She's so fucking funny. She's so good. So good. I'm excited. I'm excited because we're about to enter Emmys.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's true. Holy shit.
About to happen. I think it's August, something like that.
That's true.
I know. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. The Pit definitely is gonna get nominated. And Paradise for sure.
I still need to finish that. But I was watching White Lotus, and then I watched The Residents on Netflix.
What's your opinion?
It was fun. It's like a fun whodunit.
Okay. Does not sound like I want to watch it then.
It's like a fun like it's comedic and like the acting is really good and you have a good cast and there's like all these different
You're not selling it to me,
and...
Tracey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then don't watch it then.
You said it's fun. Like,
It is fun. Well, to be fair, I put it on while I was cleaning my room. Like, I went through all my clothes and I was, like, organizing it. Yeah. So it's kind of, like, on in the background.
Okay.
So you don't have to, like...
Those. Got it.
Yeah, like, you don't have to pay super close attention. But, it's... Yeah. It was fun.
Okay. Well... I guess we have no segue today into what we're getting. Today, we are discussing another documentary, but this one is different. This one is about a natural. Can you imagine if I like start talking and it's like you're talking about a different thing? And like we watch different things. I'll be like, okay, and that's
I'm waiting
it for that
today.
To happen. Oh my God.
I'm literally waiting for that to happen, to be like, I watched the wrong thing or something.
Oh my God. We've been
so far, we haven't.
Yeah.
Very good.
I know, we're good. Okay, so can you imagine? Oh my God. So what we're going to discuss today is the documentary from Netflix called The Twister Caught in the Storm. It is available to stream on Netflix, and it's basically, it is graduation day in Joplin, Missouri. As the class of 2011 collect their diplomas, their hometown is hit by a rare EF5 tornado. Believing it could be the end of the world, a group of teenagers finds themselves in the eye of the storm. What do you think about this documentary, Tracy? I mean, we do love documentaries here.
I do love documentaries. Yeah. And I mean, I think our bread and butter is mostly true crime.
Yeah.
So this was a little different because it's like Mother Nature, natural disaster.
Oh, yeah.
But see, because I don't remember when this happened.
I don't at all. I don't remember this.
Yeah. So
I've heard about Joplin, and maybe the reason I've heard about it was because of that, but I don't.
Right.
I never heard of this before either.
Right. I don't remember when this happened. I think I had just moved back to New York. I was like about to move back to New York. So maybe that was why. Like I wasn't listening to the news or, in my own little bubble.
The way in New York, you don't really watch TV.
Or like the news.
Rare, or the news.
Especially like, and we didn't have TikTok and like,
that's true.
I wasn't on Instagram yet. So like social media. So
that's true. I think I had 2 posts on Instagram. That was it.
Right. Yeah.
With a mega filter.
Don't think. Always the filter.
Yeah.
Big time filter. Have to.
It was like like the one that like that makes it look like vintage, the pictures.
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Stupid.
I probably used it too. Yeah, but hey, those were the days, baby.
Oh God.
But I found this really interesting.
Yes.
For sure. The firsthand accounts, the people that they interviewed. I mean, I was kind of like on the edge of my seat at a few points.
Yes.
So I did find it really interesting.
I agree. I think I feel like I've seen tornadoes from like very, very far away that are very small. We've had them in Miami. We've had them, I don't even know, not New York, but I've seen them from far away, knowing that nothing is going to happen. It just felt very foreign for me, because I feel like we see it in films mostly. We don't see it in documentaries. So I really liked seeing what you said, the firsthand experience. And this some of the footage was like from their recording from their phones back then, which is really interesting that they thought of it, because I feel like in 2011 I wouldn't have thought about that. And again, I just feel like, living in New York had me in a different mindset completely. Like you're never like a phone person when you live in New York. You're so busy and you're so like in the moment that you're not, I don't know. So yeah, I really liked that we got like they were able to tell us their own stories, and it wasn't through a film. It was more like a documentary, but I just wanted to talk about first, I don't know if you felt the anxiety that I felt, but when they are at the graduation, all the students, I was getting very stressed out because I was thinking, are they all gonna be there when it comes in? That's
what
all
I
I
was
was
thinking too.
thinking. Because there were so many people. And also, again, it felt very foreign for me because back home, graduations are not that big. Like, you don't get more than 90 people graduating, at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, different schools, but, like, your class is not more than 90 or 100 people. And that obviously was, like, a lot of students.
Yeah, I was actually surprised how big their population was. Like, it was kind of equivalent to my high school. We had about 2,000 students. Yeah, so I was
That's
like,
insane.
Yeah, so our graduating class was like 500, give or take.
Jesus fucking Christ. How do you even make friends? That's too many people.
How do you make friends? You could be very selective in that case. It's nice. You don't have to be friends with everybody.
True, but that's true. But I feel like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't get to know everybody. I feel like I knew everybody.
Oh, you don't. You won't. There are people when I look through my yearbook and I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Oh
I don't know who that
God.
was.
500 is insane. No. How do you even learn?
How do you learn? Well,
that's why you're all a bunch of dumbasses.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
Oh my God. No, but like seriously, I kept seeing that and I was like, oh my God, it's gonna come when they're all there.
That's what I thought too.
But thank goodness.
I was like, oh no, their ceremony is going to be ruined.
Exactly.
I felt so bad for them.
Exactly. And, the fact that they were also dismissive because apparently it's a town that gets these alerts all the time.
Yeah. Can you imagine just like hearing those sirens and being like,
oh yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
I would be shitting my pants every time the alarm comes on.
Oh, I'd be like, where's the shelter? Yeah. We're hiding.
And also, how you
get in the bathtub.
And some of these places, like businesses, don't have shelter. That if you live in it, that's all I kept thinking. If you live in a place like that, it should be a law.
Like, it's literally called Tornado Alley because they're constantly getting tornadoes, and you don't have basements and shelters for people.
Yeah, no, yeah. So when there was that one kid that, of course, I cried. The one in the frozen yogurt place.
Cecil?
Yes, my fucking heart. Oh, angel baby.
I know.
I was thinking, how is there not a place for you guys to go under that? And he's so kind, giving this family the space. I'd be like, we're all gonna fucking fit in here.
Yeah.
I'll carry you. I don't care. We're going in.
Did you not think that it was funny that his boss was like, oh, can you grab the tables and chairs from outside to make sure they don't blow away? And then 20 minutes later, the entire building is just wrecked. And he was worried about the tables and chairs. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing.
No, it's so true. And it's also such a fucking boss thing to say. Yeah. They would be like, oh, can you... And it's like the world is ending and that's what you're worried about.
The rapture is coming and you're worried about the tables and chairs outside? Okay.
It's like we're about to die and you just want me to make sure the money's there. Like, no.
Right.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was very ironic. The kids in the car. First of all, the fact that you're all in a car and nobody has a seatbelt on. And then in the middle of it, one of them says, put your seatbelt on.
Right. Well, I mean, didn't the windshield blow out and they're getting rained on and yes, please put your seatbelt on. But also they were 16.
So why do you keep driving? Just stay in one place.
Toward it too, which I don't think they realized.
How do you come back from, flying in a truck, and then not just that, coming out of the truck, you come out of the truck, and then you survive that?
when that guy said that he literally got sucked out of the car into the tornado, I was like, oh
yeah, because I don't think that's survivable. Is that a word? I just made it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it sounds like a word.
I don't think you can survive that, and I just keep thinking about, how
I'm thinking
hell,
all the debris.
Yeah, and also
all the
like
debris
landing
that's in there
in a place where they can find you.
Right. Not getting impaled by anything.
Exactly.
Like there were, stop signs and, metal and all these things flying around. I mean, my God. And then he does survive, but he gets that flesh-eating
bacteria. Yeah. I was thinking about, like the chances of that happening are really high, because it's something that's picking up everything from Earth.
Right. Yeah.
But for you to have like kind of like a double whammy, you're in the thing, and then you get that, and you still survive that. That guy is meant to do something important in this world.
I know, and he said they had to take part of his liver, part of his heart.
Oh my God, pobrecito.
Like,
Yeah. And they show I think they show him like without a shirt.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can see the chunk of skin they had to, like the mark of the chunk of skin they had to take off from the bacteria.
Right.
It is, I was speechless.
Right. But also good for those doctors that they were able to save him.
Work. Yeah.
Yeah, because they probably didn't really know if it affects your bones and like it eats away at you so quickly, I mean, they didn't think he was going to make it. What did they say? Less than like 5% chance of survival?
Yeah. I'm telling you, there's something that he's going to do. Maybe he was bring his kids into this world, because he said like, he wants to provide for his kids what he didn't get. So maybe it's that was his purpose. But oh my gosh, that guy,
I can't imagine. Yeah.
What he's been through is just,
yeah.
Here I was complaining about bullshit.
But we all do that.
I know, but it just gives you a little bit of perspective.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm here for that. And that's why it's like, it's good to watch these things, because it's like, you think that, you're like, you're having a shitty day, and like, bad things happen, but then you watch this and you're like, oh, I haven't lost my home. I didn't almost die. I didn't have a friend or family member close to me die. Like the
let's talk about those three friends too. Let's talk about the three friends, because at some point it was like, what was his name again?
So Mac, Kaylee, they're dating, and then Kaylee's brother Eric.
So Kaylee and Eric, at some point, the siblings, I thought at some point they were gonna say that Eric just flew away.
Me too.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my gosh, no, yeah, absolutely. Okay, because they didn't. He's not in the movie.
No, he's not.
Oh my God, don't tell me.
I kept thinking he died, and because she was explaining how, she had to like unhook herself to hold him, and I was like, she wasn't able to hold him. He flew away. That's what I was thinking.
Oh my God.
I told myself a whole lot story about it.
Same though.
Okay.
I was like, don't tell me that he didn't make it. And I'm like thinking, oh my God, because her reaction too, like, she's sitting on that truck bed and just being like, he was my best friend, like he's my homie, and I'm like, what? Huh? Like freaking out.
I know. They really directed that well, because in my head I was like, he's dead. He's a goner.
Even then afterwards, when they're talking about how they finally like get out and they look around and they don't see anything, and she never says like, oh, Eric. Eric. Like, she doesn't mention him at all,
which is very funny because I feel like they showed the three of them at the end, because the whole time I was thinking like, oh, he didn't want to be filmed, but then he actually was. So maybe he just wasn't there. He just didn't have availability. I don't know, or
maybe he didn't want to be interviewed because I mean, even right, because even Max says, like, he has PTSD and, like, talking about it. Like, he's like, I'm shaking right now. Like, every
Tracey,
time I even bring it up.
There's no amount of therapy that would fix that.
No, fuck no. To be in the middle of a fucking tornado. Like, I can't even imagine it. Like, when they were talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, it probably doesn't do it justice to be in that.
And then, like.
Situation.
Not just that, to live it, and then after it's done, you lost everything.
Total destruction. I mean, there was nothing.
And like, for the first hour, you're fearing that your whole family is dead. No,
right.
Like, there's no amount of therapy or medication that would fix that.
And like they said, it was like trying to drive to get to their parents' houses. They were like, we don't even know where we are.
Yeah. But you know what was very upsetting to me? That they were kind of like tornado catchers or whatever.
Chasers or whatever.
Chasers or, The moment you see that the sky is not looking good, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
I'm out.
Oh, we should go. Like, she kept saying we need to go, and nobody was fucking listening to her.
They're kids.
I would have been
like
punching
teenagers.
Left and right.
Yeah.
I would have been screaming.
I know. I would have. Oh, you want to go chase? No. I want to go take shelter.
Now.
You
know? I don't want to find out too late.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, I'm out of Joplin. We're out.
Yeah. There were so many
teenagers.
Like little details, yes, about that. Let's talk about that the popular kid in school, the one that played football, that his dad right away was like, you need to come home, and we need to get ready to help other people. Right. I have a question for you, because again, this is what we talked about at the beginning, like 5 minutes ago. How they need, like, how is it that there's no shelters for every fucking business, and like, you need to be ready. But also, how is it 2025? Well, that was 2011. But how is it 2011? And I don't know the strength. Like, I don't know, the physical part of it. I don't know the science part of it. But how is there no material created to build these houses and buildings that can avoid these destructions?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the physics of it. I don't know the physical material thing of it. I don't know. I don't know how much it costs either. Like, but there has to be a way.
Right. I mean, maybe what you just said, that might be it. It might just be too expensive.
Because guess what? Where are the taxes going? Who knows? So.
Yeah. I don't have an answer for you there, but I totally agree.
Yeah,
if the way that things are going with wildfires
and also flooding. Like what you said, what's it called? Tornado Valley?
Alley. Tornado Alley.
How is that not, like, how are your buildings different?
Right.
So it's probably the people from Missouri are yelling at us right now. I don't think they listen to us. But they're like, bitches,
Well, then explain to us, please.
Please, because I'm confused. Don't understand. I'm like, we're not in the 70s anymore. We're smarter. Technology is fucking insane.
Maybe they just figure, like, nothing bad's ever going to happen until it does, type of thing.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, probably.
So, hopefully now, after this happened, like, that's my only thing is, like, I wish they had kind of talked about rebuilding.
Like an update.
Yeah, Joplin a little bit, because it has been 14 years, and like this is obviously a new documentary.
Yeah,
so,
and like not even like at the end, like you know how they give paragraphs of like,
yeah,
it took this amount of years to rebuild, you know, the school,
right?
Because there was like no fucking school at the end.
Yeah. You know? No, I know. I wish there was just like a little bit of an update. That's like my only thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But, well, so yeah, we see that we have that one kid that used to play football, and his dad is a fireman. Is that what he said? Or he's or EMT?
He's in charge of the ambulances or something, and he made his son take the EMT class, which good,
very smart.
I'm glad he did.
The fact that it's like he knew right away.
Yeah,
and it's like this person knows right away. Why are people ignoring this?
Right.
That's what I kept thinking, and I love that his reaction was like, no, we're not going to hide. We're going to help. You know?
And people needed help.
People needed a lot of help.
Yeah. Like, literally all hands on deck. So, and I love that he was like, I wasn't scared.
Yeah, because he was ready.
You know? Right. And I think just like the adrenaline and feeling like you're able to do something and to help people who need it. I mean, that's got to feel pretty good, especially when you're like 18 years old to graduation day and you're like, this is life.
Yeah. And also like, I feel like, I think there's a phrase somewhere, but preparedness makes the fear go down a lot. There's a phrase probably for that, but I think when you're prepared, to know what to do, it just makes you
more confident,
more less fear. You know, there's a way out of this. You know, or we can do something to protect ourselves. You know, or help. You know,
right. And he said, "I was with my dad."
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of sweet.
Yeah, that was, and good for his dad for preparing his child for these things, you know, especially if you live there. It's just like the fact that how they're probably learning about, you know, the periodic table, but they're not fucking learning how to, like, you know, protect themselves if something comes like this, because that is basically the problem. Like, they teach us all these things in school that a lot of them we won't be using.
I know. Don't even get me started.
You know, so unless you end up going for a career that's going to require it. But this is why you got to like
kind of college.
You go to college, but also like even in school, in high school and before that, you start connecting, you know, like, hey, if you think you might want to do this, you could take this class because it's going to help you. Right. You know, not like advanced math. What?
Yeah.
Imagine the theater kids.
Have I ever used Pythagorean theorem in my life? No!
Exactly. Thank you. Like, if you think about it, it's like, there's a lot. Not anymore because I put that information away in my brain. But when we come out, we're like, why do I know this? Yeah. Imagine singing a song thinking like, oh, the periodic table. What? No.
Yeah, unless I'm going to be on Jeopardy.
Like, there should be a preparedness fucking thing, you know. Oh, God.
Because they can learn all that in science class. They can do a whole unit on weather and, like, all this stuff and learn about tornadoes. Because, like, they kind of discussed it a little bit in this because that other guy who's in it. The kid who's like 13 at the time from San Diego, and he really wants to be like a weatherman, which I thought was so freaking cute.
I know, I love that, and I love the home videos that he would do. I know.
This is Chad here with. I was like, that's so sweet.
And that's a theater kid.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely loves theater for sure. But good for him. But he explained like a little bit about what happens with tornadoes. With, like, the cold wind and the heat and like coming together. But still, I'm like, I don't 100% get it.
No, and the fact that he knew, like he knew from the plane. He said, this is not looking good. And then, you know, he's in that diner and he sees a little bit on the TV, and he goes outside and he's like, let me see it.
Yeah.
Like, that reaction should be from everyone that lives there, not the guy that doesn't live there.
Right. But I guess he knew, like, he had educated himself a little bit more.
That should be one of the, like, a subject in school in that state.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. In science, like, do like a weather thing and talk about
That's
that.
it.
Right.
You know, twister, whatever they want to call it.
Because even Cecil says, he's like, we had drills in school.
That's not enough.
Okay, so, like, did anybody even really follow them?
No. They heard the alarm and they said, it's fine.
It's fine.
How do you know?
Don't worry
Did
about
anybody go outside to check? Because you were all inside.
Just chilling. Fine.
When the frozen yogurt kid is in that random room with the other two customers.
Yeah.
And he says that I think the door opened and he just went away, and they're just like in a corner in the room, like trying basically not to fucking fly away.
Right.
I just kept thinking, like, the kindness of his heart. Because I'm like, how is this possible that, you know, you chose not to be in that other place where you could have saved yourself or feel a little bit more safe, you know, with double walls.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just keep thinking about the fact that there was no shelter there. And now you see these, like, how is it that these three kids that were like the chasers of the twister, they're trying to find a place and they end up at a liquor store, the most dangerous place because of all the glass, and there's no shelter there either.
Right. And I love when they're like walking in and they're like, it's coming, and everyone's like, I'm just here to get my beer.
They probably talked like that for sure.
I just want a bottle of whiskey.
They're like beers, burgers, and fries.
You're like, sir, you're drunk, but we need to get shelter now.
Sir, we're about to die, so we need to find a place. Yeah.
I love they're like, do you have like a back entrance? And they're like, there's a cooler. Okay, we're going.
That's where we're going.
Get in the cooler.
Oh my God.
And the video, because they're still recording, so just hearing it.
Hear it, yes, yeah. And again, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, she was very smart to be like record nonstop.
Right. Because Matt grabbed her phone too when they like ran out. He's like, I gotta grab this, and he put it in his pocket.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine like when they were talking about it and they're trying not to get like pulled away, and then it stops.
Yeah.
And she said that she looked up and it was just like clear blue sky, and she's like, I knew I was in the eye, and I'm like,
you're only halfway through.
It's not even over. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I knew they were gonna say that because back home in the DR, lots of hurricanes. And I've always, like, when I lived there, I always felt that calmness of when you're in the eye. There is like a 15 to 20 minute lapse that you'd like, oh, it's done. It's like, actually, no, we're in the middle of it right now. So I remember Hurricane George was like very big deal for us, very bad. And I remember that calmness like it was yesterday. And I was in a safe place, you know, like we lost electricity, period. But I can't imagine these people, you know, with bottles falling all around them.
Just the entire roof, like the building
Everything.
Getting blown away.
Yeah. Yep. And you're just holding on to whatever. And holding people.
Yeah. And like saying, oh, their feet were coming off the ground. Like they're just suspended in air and you're trying to hold on to them.
You're also and you're on the floor because that's like the safest, you know.
Right.
You can't be standing, otherwise you'll fly away.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Insane. And then, well, I guess sort of last thing, the popular jock football guy, I'm so sorry, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, me either.
But he was saying his friend Will, that they like couldn't find him, and then
was,
like a few days
home or something like that after the graduation, and he had a like YouTube channel.
Right, and he got into film school on a full scholarship in California. I mean, like, that just like really made me so sad.
Yeah, and it's like, the fact that they probably never found his body.
They did, I think. They found it in a body of water. They did find it. Yeah. Which is like good, because I remember thinking, like at least like as a family member to have that closure and like actually be like, okay, like we found him.
Didn't notice.
That's okay. They mentioned it like really quickly, but they did find him. And then I guess it was like his aunt or someone said that he had got like sucked out of the SUV.
Yeah. I mean, he was, I think like it was just them. Or he was by himself, or it was like him and his cousin. Yeah. And the cousin was the one that said like he like flew out of it. Mm-hmm. No seatbelt.
Probably not.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, because none of them believed that it was going to happen until it was on top of them. Right. You know? Guys, like...
Wear your seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelt. Also, like... If you live in a place that this could happen, take it seriously. I know that, you know, it can be tiring, but dying is also very tiring. So,
right.
You know, I think it's important to pay attention to these things. And if you're like, oh, I don't want to be doing this, just learn about it. Right. You know, learn as much as you can so you can make those decisions better, you know, of like paying attention or not paying attention to it.
I feel like these catastrophes just keep getting worse and worse. Mm-hmm. So it's like, how can you not be serious?
Yeah. And it's only like there's been all these floodings happening. Like I told you about DR. Like it was very bad the past couple of years. Like people dying. We don't have those issues back home ever. Right. And people have died in the past couple of flooding issues. And I actually saw this video today. Maybe it's because I was watching that thing, but it was one Greek island that flooded completely. I'm like, since when do you have flooding in Greece?
Right.
You know, it's very scary.
Wow. Because
people are not recycling. We're not treating the earth the way it should, and that's why Mother Nature is like, fuck you bitches.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
And I mean, obviously recycling and doing all those things matters, but I feel like it's these big companies.
Oh yeah, they are the biggest issues, but they're not gonna do anything. So we have to do our part, you know, as much as we can. Yeah. You know, at least I try. Sometimes I get lazy, but I try.
Yeah, you know. Same. I mean, you don't litter.
No. But yeah, it's very, very upsetting that some of these situations can be avoided. You know?
I mean, if people had taken it seriously, there wouldn't have been as many deaths. There was a lot.
That was a lot.
It's like 161.
Mm-hmm. That was many. Mm-hmm. And also, have they done anything to, you know, build the town better in a way that you can actually get shelter? Because that would be like, I would make it a rule. Like, you won't get a permit until you build a shelter. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
In every business.
Yeah. I'd like to think that there is, like, with the houses that they rebuilt.
Yeah.
That it was like, there's sheltering basement. Like, they had to obviously rebuild the school. So hopefully there's, like, a big room there for people if they need to go. So, I hope so.
Yeah. You don't have any updates, right?
Not really. Okay. I mean, I just read that, so The tornado was 200 miles per hour, the winds. Inside.
Oh my fucking God.
But the tornado was only moving at like 15 miles per hour.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Which is really slow. But like inside, 200 miles per hour, which is like the fastest on record.
Oh my God. Yeah. That just
I can't even imagine. Yeah, that's insane.
That's a very fucked up.
And then, I mean, I was trying to see any updates, like how much they've rebuilt Joplin, and it seems like they're still working on some things, but they obviously rebuilt the high school, the hospital that they had there, which that was another thing too. Like when you think about it, the hospital and having to evacuate patients because they're going to lose electricity, like the glass, like windows getting blown out, like that's dangerous. So I'd like to have seen like a doctor or a nurse talk about what that was like in the hospital.
Also, how many patients you got right after?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. See, that's the thing. They can't take anybody.
Yeah.
They can't take anybody because it was like they had gotten hit too. Like I think I even read that the foundation, like the building had moved. So, yeah, they had to, like, rebuild a whole hospital, like, all these houses.
I saw
insane
video recently about, you know, the earthquake in Thailand. Mm-hmm. And it was a video from the security camera at the hospital. And it was 2 nurses in the NICU. Where the babies are.
Oh, yeah.
And you see one of them holding a baby. Everything is moving to the point that all the little bassinets are gliding, like
rolling,
And you see her holding it, trying to go down because you have to go to the floor. And then, like, with her other hand, she's trying to hold a few of the little bassinets to, like, keep them from, like, gliding with the babies inside.
Oh, my God.
A nightmare for these nurses, for the babies, and imagine the parents that are in the other room. Like the helplessness that you must feel.
Yeah.
So I imagine that it was probably like that for the people in Joplin when this happened.
I can't even imagine. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, losing electricity, and you have people who are hooked up on ventilators, and, like, that's their life support.
Yep.
Like, what do you even do?
I guess, like, those, like, human instincts come in. You start figuring
Bye!
it out.
And then I run.
And then,
fight or flight, I'm flying.
New episode of The Pit comes out. Starts that moment.
Hey... They should do like
they
an
probably
earthquake
will.
Or something, right?
I love that they bring all these. I love medical procedure shows. It's my favorite.
Yeah. Well, this one's good.
It's so
this
good.
One's good, though.
It's so good. Well, I guess that's it for today. It is a short episode, which is fine. You know, you guys need it. What did we learn today?
That I would never live in Missouri or Illinois or Indiana or Kansas or any of these places that get hit by tornadoes.
Also, to put your seatbelt on.
That too.
Put your seatbelt on. Take the alarm seriously. And I think that's it.
Get out of Dodge.
Yeah, it's a very scary out there nowadays with the climate. So just be careful, listen to the officials, listen to the warnings, and protect yourself, Yeah. Find shelter. And if you see something, say something.
Thanks, New York MTA.
Fuck, yeah. Well, I guess that's it. That's it for today, guys. We actually know what we're watching for next week. So for next week, we're going to be reviewing One of Them Days. and it is available to stream on Netflix. So make sure you go watch it now after you finish this episode, and then you come back next week so you can listen to us discuss with you while you listen to us.
Also, it'll be a pick-me-up because this
was a bummer.
Pretty sad.
This is like right up there with like
bummer.
Ruby Frankie situation. Like, oh God.
Yeah.
Major pick-me-up we need.
Yeah.
And if you want to pick me up, just go ahead and watch The Studio. It just started. There's 2 episodes out. Oh, actually 3 with today. So, go watch it. Oh, we started a new reality show. A competition, and it's something about becoming a millionaire.
The Millionaire Secret?
Yes.
It's supposed to be like the Netflix's version of The Traders or something.
It's definitely not.
It's not.
The Traders is very good. Also, Alan Cumming is superior. Which, by the way, we just finished the UK 3rd season. So good.
On season 2, we're working our way through. It's so good. Oh my gosh!
But it's not bad. It's
fun.
Different. It's the same shit about lying. So
yeah.
So that's a good like you don't have to use your brain to watch it.
I was gonna say mindless.
Mindless, yeah.
While you're folding laundry, just like
it's perfection for that. It's so good.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I guess that's it, guys. Thank you for listening. Rate, review, and subscribe. We are on 2 different platforms now. I mean, aside of all the other platforms we are on, we now are on Pocket Cast, and we are on Overcast. So make sure you check us out there if you do have those apps. And a quick little shout out to the Amsterdam listeners. Thank you.
Hey,
that's so nice.
I knew I loved you. Yeah.
Yes. Also, I loved Amsterdam, and I've been there twice. So, thank you for your support. Thank you guys for listening. And that's it. We'll promise next week it'll be better.
Just less depressing.
Exactly.
How about that?
Exactly. It's a little more fun,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And you know what?
Listening.
I forgot to say that there's no Rotten Tomatoes percentage. There's nothing. The only thing that they have is the audience, and the audience actually gave it a 78, which I agree. It was we love good. When we get the stories from the actual victims of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was done pretty well. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And that's it. Okay, now for real.
Until next time, thank you for listening.
Yep. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.